Hey everybody, how you doing? Cowboy here. I did say I'd do a mini review on the Spark 40, but I kind of waited till I got the Sire in. I want to try this. I'll get back to this a little later. Let's talk about the Spark 40. First though, there's tons and tons of information online, so you don't need me to go through and repeat everything else. Quickly, some of the likes. The 4 presets I like, because I can actually change between the presets. So I'm going to set up 2 for humbuckers and 2 for single coils. What I like to do, what I've done with this a little bit but not a lot, is that I've basically stripped down the effects, just gone to the amps and pulled up an amp and say, okay, how do I like this amp? A little out of tune, but that's okay. Okay, and different pickup. Okay, and I'd have to adjust that. I'd probably want a little more treble, kick down the bass a little bit. But I generally set all my controls up here right at 12 noon, so I can do a little tweaking if I wanted to. But then I went through and I tried to find an amp. The amp setting for that is for a Telecaster. But anyway, so just do that. So, and for the app, I can't use my phone. It's just too small. So I use a tablet. Actually, the tablet's for recording this. And the fun part is I can sit across the room, pull up the tablet, pull out the amp or any of the effects, put them on here, and then, put them into the amp and then just see how they sound in a larger room. Something like, like this is middle. And this thing has plenty of volume. I jack this up. So the volume's not going to be an issue at all. And yes, I did take the wireless, and I got this actually. I think this is 5 gigahertz. I've got one I've had that's 2.4. I think this is a 5.8. But I read some reviews and it's like, I think I paid $30 for the wireless. So anyway, with that. Now, when I did purchase it, a couple of things here. Yes, I did get the big gig bag with it free. It'll do what it needs to do. I bought this specifically because I can go, I can take it in the RV and it's lightweight, it's small, the volume can be down, I can use headphones with it, blah, 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 blah. So that works out pretty well. I also picked up an AirStep, and in the reviews, this was the cheapest one. Actually, if I just hold down button 2 and turn it on, and it should pair up in a second, and it does. Now I have a switch. These 3 actually I'm using because this will control drive, this will control like tremolo and stuff. This one controls other modulation, and this switches the channels up and down. So this becomes pretty usable if I just use it on the floor. I don't even know what this is going to sound like, but. I think you can hear the difference on that a little bit. Need to do a lot of adjusting. A little tremolo action, I think. Okay. And this is the delay, which is pretty not good right now. It's more like a slap back. But anyway, I love this. Again, it's Bluetooth, so I can sit on the sofa, put the amp away, get more of a room setting. Now, that being said, I also picked up, hang on just a second, this little ditty, which is a this is a 3.5 plug splitting to 2 quarter inputs. I use this on an FR cab, run it out of the headphones, put it in the FR cab, huge amount of volume. I got a Headrush FR cab, works fabulous. Yeah, I got to tweak the bass a little bit, but that's easy. I can do that in the presets, or I can actually kick it off a little bit here. But if I ever wanted to gig with this, which I probably don't, that would take care of that. So that's pretty good on that. Now, what do I like? It's lightweight. The cloud selection for tones is unbelievable, but a lot of it's overdone, over the top for me. But it's compact, it's lightweight, it's easy to carry. Case makes it effective. I can get pretty much anything in the case for different cords and adapters. I'm running this right now off from a battery, which, in case anybody's wondering, I like that setup, I really do. And even with the battery attached to the back, I just used what the guys suggested online. And you can see I'm on the first channel here, probably should go the other way, but anyway, the battery pack is sweet. Don't have to worry about plugging it in. So between the battery and the wireless and the foot switch, you know, it's pretty usable. I mean, especially for practice amp. I can even say if I'm in a band situation, maybe in a practice room, it might be okay. I think it's going to be a little underpowered if you're playing on stage, depending on where you're playing. But it does get loud, and you've got options where you can line out stuff, I believe, on the back here someplace. Anyway, something to do with that. If I can, I'd go someplace else, or maybe a direct line out to a mixer. So this, pretty good deal. I think I paid, honestly, I think I paid like, it was a floor model. I wanted the pearl, so I think I paid like 206 bucks for it, plus tax. Got to pay sales tax, and free shipping. It was through Sweetwater. It's been good. I do think if they build this in the pearl cabinet, I might buy the cabinet, because that probably would be a giggable situation. Not that I'd ever need it, but it would be. Okay, and we have this little cheap wireless set. Now, this little baby, I can blame Griff for this one. Griff had, I believe it's an Anderson Telly with humbuckers in it that I absolutely loved. Just loved the looks of it, etc., etc. So this is a Sire, model number is T7FM. It's got the humbuckers, it's got the switch. You can look all that stuff online. It goes to 3 humbucking normal positions, and that out of phase a little bit here with more like more in the single coil line. This one's probably the best one of me. So, you know, it's pretty decent. Couple quick things on this guitar. First of all, I was impressed with the quality. Just beautifully made, beautifully well done. I do like the belly cut on the back. I like the slight contour here. The trim work, everything about this guitar looks really good. Locking tuners, first time I played around with that, I actually broke a string, but I don't lock them down, you know. They work fine. The best thing about it, they talk about the neck, and the neck is extremely well done. It's just very comfortable. The only thing I've had to do really on the neck is I've actually had to I need to lower the action a little bit. I honestly think that the bone nut here, I might take it to my friend and have him just touch it and lower it just a hair. But you know, when it plays sweet all the way up through. I think I left the, yeah. Let's take the delay off. A little bit of reverb. I got to touch up all that, but anyway, I really like this. It's a good humbucker thing. The bolt-on with the neck, I'll have the anchors put in like I do in all of mine, so I can take the neck off if I want. Overall, I'm real happy with the guitar. like this thing, sweet little thing. I actually have the little one too, but I like this because it gets a little bit better tone. Kind of reminds me of the old Galen-Kruger. I think it was a GK or no, that's Galen-Kruger. ML2 or something they had. It was like a little 100-watt head ages ago. It's kind of metal, like metal sounding, but put out a ton of volume. So overall, out of tune, way out of tune. So overall, this is a pretty good little unit, especially for the money. I think totally between the wiring and the foot switch and the battery, I probably have, I'm gonna say, 325 bucks in it. So now, the ultimate question is it gonna replace either my Nace or my 65 Super Reverb? The answer is no. I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for something that's lightweight and practical that I can carry around taking the RV. So anyway, I'm not gonna do a lot of playing because it's out of tune. I don't need to play, but I'll shut up and let everyone go. But hey, it's worth trying out. Both of these are actually, and I do like the whammy bar because it just pulls out and it's not, I can adjust the tension. So anyway, I didn't write a script, so everything's off. It's ad-libbed here, but anyway, thank you, have fun, and hope to see you all again in the next jam.